All right, we're live. Hunter x Hunter 409 live reaction. A couple of days late. Just been busy. Uh, just for the people who watch it after the stream, we're gonna do a live reaction of the latest chapter. I'll just let a couple of people join the stream. So we'll have a good read through. Last chapter, martial law was initiated. I think it's either going to be Kurapika or the Benjamin group, one of those. I'm leaning more towards Kurapika because I don't think Hulkenberg's going to get found out yet. But it will be interesting to see what happens, of course. And then you have the negotiations with Borskin and Morena. Borskin, one of the security guards. Morena, obviously the leader of the ZU family, who was abused and she wants to commit genocide because she was abused and now she's abusing people, which is pretty fucked up. So I don't think she's going to die. I think some way she'll be forced to join Miranda's crew. So we'll see there. If Benjamin's found out, if Hulkenberg's found out, it is still possible. Because now that he's dead, well, it's only till Hulkenberg's metaphysical being dies as well in Borsalingo's body that Benjamin will realize that one of his soldiers is dead based on his ability, because his body's still alive. That's why Benjamin's ability is still activated. So I'm still leaning towards Kurapika more, the one who initiated martial, the group that initiated martial law in a sense. So and then if we'll see any of the troop, I don't think, because there's so much stuff to cover already, that I don't think we'll see any of the troop members in general, or the Chara family, or Hisoka, or Bonov, or what's the other family? The Char, the ZU, and I'm forgetting that one. The other one. So I might as well start streaming in a sec. I'll just start streaming. Martial law has been declared. Special martial law has been declared on the announcement. This is not a drill. We repeat, this is not a drill. It's already, the announcement's happening. All passengers on Tier 5 are to follow the usual instructions of the military police and the Labour supervisors. This is an official originating from the upper tiers, and it will have no impact whatsoever on Tier 5. Remain calm. The sample applies to Tier 4. All connections, passageways have been sealed off as a precautionary measure to ensure that any issues from the upper tiers do not under any circumstances spread downward. We are taking all possible measures to maintain safety, and there will be no impact whatsoever on Tier 4. So then Borskin, hearing this, looks stressed. Martial law, the highest level of alert against a national crisis. With the broadcast, all Royal Army personnel have been granted the authority to shoot any suspicious individuals without warning, and the duty to eliminate armed civilians and immediately neutralize potential threats. All passengers on Tier 3, listen carefully, face the nearest wall, get on your knees and place your hands flat against the wall. Remain in that position and await further instructions. So everyone on Tier 3 has to get on their knees. Do not move until you receive orders from the Royal Army. Remain where you are. Anyone who fails to comply will be shot on sight. So pretty crazy part 3 of negotiations this chapter is. And here we go. Borskin's sinking. Even Morena is a bit tense, but that's to be expected. I was on Tier 1 not too long ago, and even I could have anticipated this. So this is still a huge reaction, not expected, but this significantly narrows down the hideout's location. If the broadcast continues, I can narrow down the location even further. I'll choose the deal card, Morena goes, and Morena looks shocked. It's my turn. I'm going with the deal card. And then the announcements, all civilians on Tier 1 are to return to their rooms immediately, be on standby, and make sure you don't have accessories or personal belongings to any kind with you. Keep all doors open. Sit down with your hands spread out on a table, otherwise hold them raised above your shoulders and wait. I'm impressed you can remain calm even in this situation, Morena goes to Borskin. Very well. We'll continue the game as is. I never expected the risk to our side would surface at a time like this. Well, the text bogs are in here. With an announcement at this volume, Morena goes, and assuming she remained attentive, she should have been able to catch what I said. The reason Morena asked me to repeat myself must be she was distracted by the broadcast, or she needed time to gather her thoughts. Either way, this emergency broadcast works to my advantage since I want to break through the current situation. For now, Morena has decided to continue the game despite understanding the importance and danger of the broadcast. Either she's confident this hideout won't be discovered, or she's sure she won't be overpowered even in an event of a raid. These points aren't necessarily a disadvantage for me either. As long as the game proceeds without delay, there won't be any disputes over the results. Of course, the best case scenario would be for the Royal Army soldiers to raid this place and subdue Morena, Borskin goes, and her group. In that case, there's the risk that I'd catch a stray bullet and get killed, or I'd be considered a member of Morena's group and executed. Even if I don't get shot, the chances of being detained, interrogated, or even tortured for an extended period are quite high. The D card. If you agree to my small request, the D. You may bring back one card from the graveyard. To navigate this extraordinary mess as smoothly as possible, my only option is to escape with the game with the X card. The request has already been decided. You'll have to kiss me. I mean, I think I'd rather not, Borskin goes. A deep kiss mouth to mouth. Once is enough, but we'll keep going until I'm satisfied. So maybe this is something to do with her ability, a kiss with the deal card. Once is enough, but we'll keep going until I'm satisfied. Wow, she's a real lezo. Since it's related to my ability, I'll tell you beforehand. Okay, it is related to her ability. Kissing is one of the conditions for granting my ability to you as a member, Morena goes. Well, we're a few pages in and no bit of martial law, so I think we're going to get that at the end of the chapter. These are 3 conditions you must fulfill to be recruited as a member of the ZU. The negotiation game must be: yes, you must kiss me and become infected with my ability. Sounds great. You must be present at the scene where either I or one of the other members is committing murder. The order doesn't matter as long as all three conditions aren't met. You can be at ease. Please consider these conditions carefully before deciding whether you want to accept my request. Morena goes. And then we're back to the announcement on the announcement speakers of martial law. All members on Tier 1, please return to your rooms and wait for the soldiers' inspections. So room 1, Tier 1 is just going to their rooms, while Tier 3 has to get down their hands and knees and wait with gunshots probably at them. Once the inspection is complete, we will guarantee the same level of freedom in daily activities as before special martial law. An emergency broadcast for Tier 1. And then Kurapika is thinking, that's Borskin, sorry, an announcement that will never be sent to the lower tier. See, Kurapika is such a fucking hybrid. He looks like half the characters sometimes. That means this is Tier 1 on board this luxury liner. Is it even possible to abduct me from Tier 1 and move me all the way to Tier 3 to Tier 1? No, I've got it wrong. Morena is the boss of the Haley family. She rose to that position by posing as a second-track faker. In other words, as someone who acts as a shadow of royalty. Yeah, she's a fake royalty. She probably had her own designated residence as a Tier 1 passenger from the start. Okay, that makes sense. If they had taken measures in advance to make sure that a broadcast meant only for the upper tiers could be heard in their secret hideout, it's not reasonable. This could be located in any tier. So any tier Morena could be on. We don't know which tier she's on. Morena says it's not unreasonable to hesitate, but rest assured, I promise that we will not force any of the three conditions on you. Bullshit. These are some things I absolutely have to ask, and I need the X card back as well. I accept. It's only my choice. Walkman goes, all right, come over then. Morena goes, and Morena is blushing. Well, I'm sorry, for what? I didn't think it'd be your first time. How would you even, on what basis could you say that? Do you want to take a little break first? Are you mocking me? I'm taking the X card. Now let's continue. So Kirsten, somehow Morena, just joking, first time. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? Seriously, I'm fine. Just don't bother. Wait a second. And Morena looks. Got the X card. These two cards. Can I flip them to take a look? While I was busy being sexually harassed at your tiny request, I completely took my eyes off these cards. As I said earlier, I'm not using any tricks. Morena goes. Even so, do you still want to look? Like you are insinuating that both cards are turned into X. Yeah, if you are not cheating, it's not a problem, right? No, it's not a problem, but it's disappointing, you know. There are people who use the perplexing logic of if there's nothing to hide, it's fine to justify snooping through their partner's phone, but I can't accept that. Then I just think, oh, so you don't trust me after all, and it turns me off completely, and you're fine with that, yeah. So I can flip them, Borskin replies, and Morena says, that hurts, even after a kiss, so she's being very playful, Morena. Shut up, that wasn't a kiss, got it? I'm flipping. So Borskin, mad, flips, and you got the no card and the R card. Well, it's no and R, yeah. And so they're flipped, and Morena's pawn shuffles it, and then taken down. Now go ahead and draw. So Morena, Borskin's going to draw, and draws the X. Oh my, what a shame. Would you like to check the other two again? Now choose one. The last card. Now choose one last card. By the way, if you're fine with just one question, you can skip question A and choose B instead. I'll go with question A. Borskin goes, okay, with this one, it'll answer as many questions as you like. Now, shall we start? This hideout is located on Tier 5. No. This hideout is located on Tier 4 and Tier 3. No. This hideout is located on Tier 1 or Tier 2. No. Where is it located? You're lying. No. This hideout is aboard the Black Whale. Yes. This hideout was created through a Nen ability. Yes and no. So yeah, and it was so hard for the trip to find their hideout, and we're going to find more reasons why. What's going on? Where the hell? And this ominous aura around Morena. Oh, it can't be this hideout. It's between Tier 2 and 3. Yes, so in between. This was planned from the start, from the manufacturing stage of the Black Whale. That vibration just now was the sound of the central gate completely closing between Tier 2 and Tier 3. The hideout's probably somewhere in that area. This hideout's entrance is located in a place accessible to the public. Yes and no. There are multiple entrances. Yes. There are 2 entrances in total. No. There are 3. No. There are 4. No. There are 5. Yes. 5 entrances to the hideout between tiers 2 and 3. She eventually started to hesitate in her responses. It's not that she was reluctant, but it seemed like she was trying to work out the details in her head to make sure she was telling the truth. So like she doesn't know all the details, Morena. Not trying to lie, really. Limitations and vows, I'll make full use of them. The current number of members, including yourself, is 23. No. 22. No. So that once I get out of here, they can't lay a hand on 21. Yes. If I manage to get out of here safely, I intend to forget everything that happened here, including all the information I learned. You, of course, will keep your promise after I leave. Yes. If no is my life card, will you kill me? Wow, yes. Shit. Of the 21 members, you are the only specialist. Yes. You know all the abilities of the other 20. No. The number of enhancers among the members is 1. No. This information on their members, I'll wring out every last drop. She's just getting all the info out. Wow. This is the last question. I've learned so many things talking to you. I've come to feel grateful for this chance. I kind of want to see a death. This would be great to end the chapter. If I end up with that card that allows me to leave, I'm thinking of cucking in my own way. But you have no intention of changing your goal. No. Morena replies. You have absolutely no intention of changing your goal. No. No matter what happens, you have no intention of changing your goal. No. Even if just a bit, if there was any way to find some sort of compromise. No, there's no way. I will not change my goal, Morena goes. I understand, and the screw shuffles. Slide the card towards me that you'll discard. Make the decision for your last card. And so Borskin picks this one. The two of us will flip at the same time. If you flip the R, I'll die. If I flip the R, I'll forget everything that happened here and leave. I don't want Borskin to die. I hope Borskin flips the R. That's fine. Well then, we'll flip them at 0. 3, 2, 1, and Borskin gets the R. Borskin lives. Congratulations. That's a pity, but she wanted to fucking kill her. Alright, once you exchange the R card for the card you want, the game is over. I'm sorry. I gripped the card too hard. I ended up crumbling it. It's fine. We'll place the card up a new one every time. That's a relief. Is that not a mistake? What? No. It is not a mistake. So she chose yes. Her choice is yes, and the reason is so she wants to join. Shit, we didn't get anything of martial law. Damn, like a lot of time has been spent on this. I wonder what. Let's just go to Reddit. I will watch Sean Strickland later for any UFC fans. This clip. Fucking moron. Okay, let's have a look at the chapter. A quick glance. It is late my time and it's early American time, so I don't think many people are online. But this is how Porskin probably managed to cheat. Let's just turn off the opacity thing. She did a number of suspiciously random actions. She asked to pick her own face-down cards instead of Morena's. She asked to flip the 2 remaining cards to check, held them in her hand, and returned them to be shuffled. She tapped one of the 2 remaining cards, slid it towards Morena, and kept the other one. She asked to flip the 2 cards at the same time and accidentally crushed hers. I noticed that each time of these actions, it was quite an old quirk, but I couldn't put the whole thing together until I started reading comments. She probably made a dent on the R card and destroyed the evidence at the end. It wouldn't have been easy, but I think she succeeded. What I can figure out is the whole do you answer negative questions from the last chapter and her repeated you won't change your goal questioning. That part is definitely important, but I don't really get it. Plus, at the end, Borskin only answers, isn't that a mistake, with no, it's not. It's still the same kind of construction. It was regarding who Morena considers the subject with a double meaning. I had a longer explanation on this a few weeks ago, but in short, it's subject plus independent main part. I consider myself my own subject, not you. I'm convinced that the use of the negative question will form on the last 2 pages with Borskin is to confirm that she's doing this out of her own free will as her own subject, not Morena's. So she's going with it on her own free will. So she was asking all those questions to clarify. She might be planning to cheat all along, but these actions aren't random. The card might be marked in ways that aren't immediately obvious to her, so her choosing instead of Morena avoids that possibility. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It was a pretty interesting chapter. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I tensed so much reading a manga. Be surprised if the next chapter reveals why the martial law came into effect. I agree. Unless it's just more of this chapter spent on Borskin and the final bit with Borskin and Morena. I really like Borskin since her introduction. Borskin knew the abilities of her members and she replied that she doesn't know, so it can be deduced that she doesn't automatically discover the abilities of whoever she kisses. Yep, I think that's when she decided to join her and get an ability without Morena knowing everything she can do. From what I saw in other comments, it seems that she marked the R card and that's why she crumbled it later, so Morena wouldn't realise that she cheated in the game. Okay. Borskin asked if Morena knew the abilities of her members. And she replied that she doesn't know, so it can be deduced that she doesn't automatically discover the abilities of whoever she kisses. I think she'll try to pass on the information she got to her friends and at the same time get a strong ability to try to escape. Yeah, this is really risky. I still think she's going to die voluntarily joining, getting an ability, then wanting to leave. I wonder why Borskin asked several times to Miranda if there's any chance to go to her to give up on her plan. She just because trying to get out of genocide, the humanity thing. She was wondering if there's any way for Miranda to be steered in any other direction. Is there a piece of her can be swayed? It was out of empathy, but she doesn't have any empathy. Come on. I guess the order of the timeline of the recent events seems to be like at 12:30, Boston gets kidnapped. It's after. Oh yeah, because we're doing the flashback. Martial laws after. No. Borskin got kidnapped before. Between negotiations and cards game. Okay, they're a bit before one. Huckenberg soldiers hold the coffin tier at 1 plus a few minutes. The announcement of martial law. Pay attention to the page where Borskin wonders about the sound she's hearing. Something related to Crow if he's planning to steal. Marina setting up her hideout during the Black Whale shipbuilding hinted in chapter 398. Cool theory that Borskin cheated to avoid the no death card when she insisted to flip the cards to add a mark. The theory seems plausible as Tagashi's done a lot of close up of her hands while flipping the cards, and she confidently pointed at her card later. Maybe she crumbled the archive to avoid getting caught. That's pretty cool. So she's marked it somehow. She confidently points at the no card to discard it. The no card means her death she has to avoid. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Well, at the end of the day, Borskin got balls. Joining the gang. Supposedly an ability, gather intel, and leave to tell the other security guards. I don't see her living. So I think I'm going to end the stream. Thanks to a couple of people that watched. I'm going to try and do a longer stream next time on the weekend for chapter 410 on time. Should be an interesting chapter. I think we'll see the last bit of Borskin Morena and then get into martial law, probably with Kurapika or Benjamin, one of those groups, or maybe both of them. We'll never know what happens. I think they're the main bits in the story besides getting eventually Corollo, the troop, Bonilov, Hisoka, the ZU and the Char family. So that being said, share the video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. How good? 9 chapters are on Hunter x Hunter. Chapter 10 next week. This is the big week next week if we're getting more after 410 or a hiatus, but the pattern is 10. But let's hope next week more than 10. Let's get 11. Tagashi 12. Let's just go. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever you are.